Just send it.
What's up, everybody? This is Back of the Bird, episode number 16, and we've got Jeremy here instead of Mr. Alex.
Yep. Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
What's up?
yeah, we've had an interesting week. So
Yeah. It's been a blasty blast.
yeah,
For those not to know, today is Sunday. Usually we record Saturdays, but yesterday was the birthday party for the big grizzly over there.
Yes.
It was a good time.
I'm 31, as my coworkers who are younger than me keep saying, "Oh, look, the old man, he's over the hill."
Oh, well, I'm older than you, so I resemble that remark.
Me too. No, resemble that. I feel your
But yeah,
pain.
no, we had a good time just hanging out. We watched some wrestling.
Made a lot of tacos and French fries.
They were
Those tacos.
delicious too. Those things were freaking amazing. And we put in some time on the simulator thing. Mostly me, Matt, and our buddy Ian.
Yeah, that was
So
awesome.
that was the first time Ian had seen it.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I know. And he's real big on that kind of stuff.
yeah.
Like,
Which is really funny. I was looking at it. I didn't download any of them. I found a pack for like skins for a bunch of the old JGTC cars. So all the Japanese, like the early 2000s.
dude.
So it was like the NSX, the FDRX.
did they have the Supra?
Yes, they had the
Yeah.
Supra.
The Supra?
Yeah.
The one.
Supra.
The
Yeah.
Supra. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, all the Japanese Grand Tour
Yeah, the
cars.
Castrol Supra.
Yeah.
That is the most important one.
Yeah, but the only problem is that I didn't download it. Is because you have to go through and download all the cars individually. It was just like a skins pack.
Oh, that kind of stinks.
So,
So-
you have to get the car and then the pack.
Yeah.
basically, Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
So I was like, I don't feel like doing all that. But like they had all of them.
Dang.
All of them.
Remember the Pennzoil R34?
Yeah,
The
that was in
Nissan,
there.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that thing was pretty awesome.
That's-
It screams like back to our childhood because I think we like, with the exception maybe of Jeremy, we all grew up on Gran Turismo. Like,
Yep.
like
Gran Turismo,
2 to 3.
Forza.
Those cars, I don't think were in Forza.
Some of them were.
Some of them were.
weren't.
I think they had the blue, the Calsonic Skyline,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I don't
didn't
think
have
they
the
had the
Pennzoil
Pennzoil
one.
one. Yeah, but I do think they had like the Castrol Supra, or
Well,
maybe they
everything,
didn't.
everything had the Castrol Supra.
I'm trying
And
to
if it
remember.
didn't have the Castrol Supra, it at least had the Castrol Celica.
Oh yes, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
remember
Oh, that's another blast. Nostalgia blast.
Yeah, they just keep
Sorry.
coming back now.
Yeah, I gotta get some time in on that thing. I've been wanting to play the Hot Wheels DLC for Forza 5.
Oh,
Horizon
dude.
5.
Yeah, I actually booted up Forza 5 like the other night, but like I just didn't have enough time to sink into it.
Yeah.
Because I really want to get that. It does seem like it seems pretty hype.
Yeah.
I haven't even played that one yet.
So what I've seen of it, it's really freaking cool. It's like a whole nother map, and the whole map the entire time is just like Hot Wheels tracks, and you're just like loops and,
And
all this stuff all
it's
over the
totally
place.
zany. The thing
Yeah.
I can
There's
best com-
boosters.
yeah. The thing I can compare it to most is oddly enough, like I know for Grand Theft Auto 5 in the online mode, they had a lot of like these weird like racing tracks. They basically just suspended them in
tracks.
the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stunt tracks. It's very similar to that. So if you enjoyed that kind of like normal-ish racing cars on like these absolutely insane tracks, like
Yeah.
it's perfect. It is
Yeah,
everything.
but they
you
put a
want more.
bunch of like the crazy Hot Wheels ones, like the
Oh, yeah,
Diora,
they have
the-
those, too.
The OG with the surfboards on it,
Right,
and There's
right.
the original Bone Shaker.
Oh dang.
Like like they're all there. That's really cool. I want to sink my teeth into that. I've also been wanting to pick up a rally game.
Oh yeah.
Because, like, I mean, I like the sim racing, but when I put up Assetto, I just want to drift.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about ripping around Nürburgring or anything like that, but, like, I want to get more into the rally stuff, so.
Oh, that's fair.
But that's just me.
Yeah, I
Rally
don't
on
really.
that thing. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be scary. The amount of whipping that wheel around.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, it's just...
I mean, well, you probably got to whip it around a lot anyway, just to drift. So
Yeah.
I
Oh,
guess, you know.
don't ever put your thumbs inside.
No.
Keep them on, not in.
Yep.
Same thing when you go racing in a real car.
Same thing if you drive truck.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yep.
If you ever turn that truck off, like with the power steering off, and you got the wheel canted all the way, do not leave your thumb in the middle of the ring, because if you do, you turn that truck off, that power steering is going to snap that wheel, and that is like, it's like 20,000 pounds of weight just over that front wheel, so that thing will break your thumb.
Yeah.
Brutal.
It is not nice.
Yeah.
Crap.
I think it's actually a different number of weight, so don't quote me on that. It's a
something-
lot of weight.
Something ridiculous.
I mean, doing staff at
Yeah,
Vegas Drift, like you wouldn't believe how many times that happens to people.
Oh yeah.
It's like doing when I was doing inspections for cars at Vegas Drift, so people would go driving for the night, and it's just like, get your clapped ass wreck back to the pits and get yourself all 20 lug nuts. Fuck.
Yeah, he was telling us a lot about it last night. Like, yeah, so I guess like the thing is everybody's just like cussing at each other.
Oh yeah. Well, that came about because of that meme where it was like you go to an autocross event and they're like, "Oh, hey, what's up, everybody?" Everybody's there to have a good time, and everybody's like, "Yeah, we're gonna go racing."
Yep.
And then when you go to a drift event, like more than 90% of the time, it's herding fucking cats. Like unless you have like all the like the seasoned people who are really good at it. No, it's herding cats, and that's why it went to that. It was that meme with the Tiger King. It was like, "Listen up, you motherfuckers!" Yeah.
I feel like it just like appeals to like a younger crowd, I guess. Like, because autocross is pretty old, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, drift is old too. Like when you think about it, but it's like it really has like exploded in popularity in like the past like 10 to 15 years. Yeah.
Well, that's just the thing, but like, dude, I can't tell you how many of these younger kids, and even, not even just younger kids, like people our age and stuff like that, like who get into it, like they think they can just cut corners, and like they'll be missing lug nuts or lug nuts will be loose, and you're like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's one that you just don't mess with. I mean, I don't even understand why you would skimp on that.
I've seen people like they'll have 2 lug nuts on one wheel and they drove to the track, and you're like,
how?
You can't drive. Where's your lug nuts?
You wouldn't
get
drive
mad
that
at
on
you.
the road, let alone it.
Like they get mad at you because they drove there with like missing lug nuts and you said no.
Oh.
And it's like, bro, get out of here.
You gotta be like that guy in Seinfeld that was like, "You have 3 lug nuts, and even those 3 lug nuts, I have no faith in those lug nuts."
yeah, basically. Well, think about it. When it comes to drifting, like you're throwing clutch kicks and everything. You're putting a massive
there's
amount
a
of
ton of
shock
strain
on
on
those
those.
those rear tires, and like motherfuckers be like, "Yeah, I have 2 lug nuts."
No.
What do you have? 2 brain cells?
Yeah.
I think so.
No, they don't even have that. They don't have the 2 brain cells to rub together.
Yeah, no, I
How
love
do
it
they
though.
even think that's okay?
Bro, you know what? Just don't question it.
Yeah, I honestly, I think the less I know, the more it makes sense. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna not. I'm gonna pretend not to know.
Just let it be.
Yep.
Just let it be. That's all I have to say.
Idiots being idiots. That's all you can do.
It doesn't matter what you're doing or where you are. It'll always be the same thing. Don't get it twisted.
Yep.
Yeah.
So do we want to go over weeks?
Yeah, we can.
I feel like we do that every week, so we might as well start with
All
you.
right, I'll start since it was my birthday this week.
Yep.
So,
He's the birthday boy.
Bowser's off the cone. He's not back to 100%, but he's doing really good. Wounds all healed up. Infection's gone way down. He's still on antibiotics. Had another wonderful trip to that fucking shit-ass vet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She's talking shit and everything, and it's a whole fucking thing, and she can tell that I'm pissed off with her in the room, like the vet. And it's like, at one point, it's like, you need to fuck off, woman. Because she's like talking shit. And like, as soon as she starts to tell, like, as soon as she can see that I'm pissed off before like I've even said anything yet, she's just kind of looking at me. She's like, all right, well, we're going to get your paperwork together and you're just going to have to go to a different vet because we can't provide the level of care that you expect us to provide for your animal. And it's like,
whoa.
Yeah, you're right. Because you guys are like literally using fear mongering and everything and trying to sit here and fucking upsell us on meds and extra visits and blah, 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 blah.
Jeez.
But that chapter is almost done. I'm working on getting him into a new vet. And basically once this is done, he's done there. And I'm going to take the cat and the other dog with me and we're going elsewhere because enough.
Yeah.
Enough is enough.
Fair. I mean, you know, you screw up. That's something you can't really afford to screw up on. So if you don't like them, leave them.
Okay, so here's a thought for you. If you have an appointment at 2:15 p.m.,
yeah,
right? Mm-hmm. What time are you there for the doctor's appointment at 2:15?
Well, I usually show up like 15 minutes early.
So 2 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So why is it then that multiple times in this exact situation we've shown up at 2 o'clock for a 2:15 appointment, and all of a sudden the 2:30 comes in, and they take the 2:30 and put the 2:30 in a room? And then the 245 comes in, and they take the 245 and put the 245 in the room. And you were there for 215.
Yeah.
And you were there early, and now it's after 250, and they're finally taking the 215 into the room.
Wow.
And like, I'm not even saying like it's different animals. No, it'll be like all dogs.
What the hell?
Like,
Yeah, that's a little messed up.
like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off. I'm tired of your shit. I'm tired of how you've been treating our animals.
Yeah, like literally, unless that animal is like life or death, like you set an appointment, man. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Hold to it.
Don't fucking put.
If I'm here at the appointment time or before it, then you should be ready at the appointment time or at least close to it.
Yeah.
Half the time, you always wait on them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that
that's
happens even doctors' offices too.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, if you're there
Yeah,
for
that's
just the way it
2:15 and you
is.
got to wait till 2:30, all right, no big deal. But when the 2:30 and the 2:45 come in,
Oh, yeah,
and
that
you've been
sucks.
waiting for 45 minutes, and both of them get brought and put into a room immediately,
Yeah.
no, go fuck yourself.
Screw that.
But yeah, so that's done. Anyways, I took the rest of I took basically Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off because it was my birthday.
Nice.
So I've done a bunch of shit. I went to kickboxing all 3 times, like which
Nice.
I haven't done in a hot minute. So I'm definitely feeling that after not doing that 3 times a week. Because, dude, like, you go do that and like you better be ready.
Yeah.
Only because like the joke always is that I say to like some of the new people in there, it's like you got to start thinking like you're a cockroach. And like I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean it as in like you can open that, Jeremy. It's no big deal.
Crack 'em.
Yeah, don't worry about it like being too loud. Like that's not super irritating.
Release the crack 'em.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
Oh, badass.
sounds satisfying.
Mm.
But like, it's like no. Think about it this way: if you can make it to that class, you're like a cockroach. It didn't kill you. Not much is gonna kill you. That point.
Yeah.
Like if you can make it through it, you're gonna make it through a hell of a lot worse.
I see.
So some people laugh, some people don't get it.
I
some
was gonna
people
say,
understand
I
it.
was almost thinking like you were gonna go the drill instructor route. Like you're a cockroach, you're an insect.
No. It's like, dude, it's like
No, I
cockroaches.
get it now. Yeah.
Cockroaches-
You're the ultimate survivor
Yeah,
at that
dude,
point. Yeah,
they
yeah.
can survive nuclear fallout. And
Yeah,
like
yeah, so
nuclear
you're-
bombs and shit like that. Like, yeah,
Yep.
no. If it ain't gonna kill you, you'll be fine.
Yep, I got you.
Like, unless someone pulls a gun on you or some shit like that, yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
walk it off. You'll be all right. You're going to kickboxing.
Why are cockroaches able to survive?
I
nuclear
have no
fallout?
fucking idea, dude.
It's
They're
a very
cockroaches.
bizarre.
What the hell do
thing.
they have that's so?
They're cockroaches. That's all
Short
you gotta know.
lives, huge breeding cycles, and probably genetic simplicity.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
They're literally too stupid for the fallout to affect.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're missing the delta waves.
yeah. They're too stupid for the zombies to notice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
But yeah, other than that, and then Wednesday, which we'll leave that for, I don't know how you want to say that, but Wednesday we went and did Jeremy's PC.
Yep.
Or we built it.
I was gonna say because we bought the parts. Was that Sunday or Monday?
Oh yeah, Sunday we went to Micro Center, bought the parts, and then Wednesday we built the PC. And then after that, I had made those fucking ribeyes for dinner that were so good.
Oh, dude.
And then-
yeah, I'll wait till it gets down the round of mine.
And then Thursday was a party for my dad, and then that was pizza night.
Nice.
So I had to do that. And then Friday, like I spent all day prepping for yesterday's party, for Saturday's party. Made all the meat, made all the salsas,
Oh.
and then pretty much,
Dude, you just can't understand it through a camera. You really can't. Those things are freaking delicious.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
look,
Oh.
I do my best for like when I'm gonna cook something.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be really fucking good.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
like if I can't go to the store, like if I go to a restaurant and it's something I'm gonna order at a restaurant, if I'm gonna make it at home, it'll be really fucking good.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, like I just don't make it.
right,
Yeah.
dude.
But-
If there was a restaurant that sold those, like I would not bother making my own. I'd just be like, "Yep, I'll get the takeout
Yeah.
order."
Yep.
Screw it. Like they were that good. But
Yeah.
sorry, I don't mean to.
I mean, no. They you got Baja Tacos in Amherst, or right there in between Amherst and Nashville. It's like right on the line. And then Cali Burrito and Hudson are pretty good.
Are they?
I'm not gonna lie, like they're really good, but like they're not making all the tortillas and stuff homemade like I did.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
one thing different. Like,
Yeah.
they're making it, but like not everything. is
It does
homemade.
make a difference too.
Yeah.
Like you think like, oh, tortilla, it's just like, flour pressed out, blah blah blah. But no, it matters.
Well,
because
okay.
you make them more solid, so
How
they don't crumble. They don't rip. These things hold whatever the hell you put
Yeah.
on them. It's
But here's the thing.
perfect.
Did you guys even realize that those are corn tortillas, not flour?
No,
Nope.
Yeah,
not a clue.
those are corn tortillas.
That's amazing.
I love corn tortillas more than flour. Like flour is good,
yeah.
but like I love a fucking excellent homemade corn tortilla like that.
No. I mean, to be fair, I have like the culinary taste of like a box of mac and cheese. So, you know, I'm pretty horrible with that, but those things were amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I'm the
normally
same way.
oh, go ahead.
I mean, I'm in the same way. I have like a, you know.
Well, you have a little more than me because you've watched enough King of the Hill to know that you taste the meat, not the heat.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
You know, I don't even bother with that. I'm like, why can't you microwave it? Yeah, so, I'm the worst. So
That's all good.
hey, sorry, I didn't mean to derail.
Yeah, no. So just made all that. It was absolutely excellent, and then obviously just party and chill, and
Yep.
we watched all that wrestling from Ring of Honor
Yes,
last night.
that's what it was.
So,
I couldn't remember if it was because it was like, what was it Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor or
yeah.
something? So I couldn't remember which one was like the brand name and then which one was the event name. So I was really struggling to explain it to other people. I was like, I think I watched this thing, but I'm like a total amateur when it comes to watching wrestling. So
but I crave violence.
I do crave the violence. So.
Yeah, that was the joke after we watched.
When
Dynamite Wednesday night after building the PC was just mother. I crave more violence.
Oh yeah, they had like all the barbed wire and stuff, and it just triggered my caveman brain to be like, yes, bash with club. Like I craved the violence.
Oh, bro, watching Chris Jericho get hit with that chair wrapped in barbed wire.
Just seeing the chair wrapped in like 30 passes of barbed wire, I was like, that is the ultimate weapon. Oh, it made me so like, I mean, you know, when you take a step back, it's like, you know, thinking of like the ancient Romans and how like the gladiator fights work, and you're just kind of like, ugh. But it's like, man, when you're there and you're watching it, it's just like more blood, more violence. I crave violence.
Yeah.
Like again, it really just triggers that like 10,000-year-old caveman brain in you. Just like
it was amazing.
it was.
Regardless.
It was a sight to behold.
But yeah, other than that, I played some Apex because I got the new mouse too when we went to.
There it is.
Yeah, it's okay. He can talk. He got some goodies to go
no,
with it.
No. I got some goodies for my computer.
Yep.
Like I got a new mouse. I got a glorious Model O minus, and then with the Model O minus, I went and got the G floats, which is their polished ceramic skates.
Yeah.
So it makes it like an already light mouse, like even faster. Awesome. Played a bunch of arenas. Love arenas. And then the new seasonal event started. And I was like, all right, well, I guess for the new seasonal event, it's a mode that they used to, like a limited time one.
Oh, okay.
Which was Armed and Dangerous, where it's only shotguns and only snipers. And there's like no armor pickup. So you have to evolve your armor. That's the only way you get armor, which you evolve by doing so much damage. And just like, as soon as I dropped into those, it was like, all right, yeah, no, we're done. We're just going to alt F4. But arenas, though, like, yeah, I'm loving arenas again. But that's because, like, I just want to play Titanfall.
Yeah.
I want Titanfall 3, and until I get Titanfall 3, it's like, yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah, Titanfall 3 or Riot.
Yeah. I mean, dude, that's what's
that.
happening right now. It's, you know, Titanfall 1 was taken down by hackers, and now they're after Titanfall 2, so you can't really play Titanfall 2.
Target literally any other EA game. I don't know why Titanfall.
Yeah.
EA has so many garbage franchises and so many garbage people involved. Like, go for them. Don't go for the games that actually are kind of awesome.
Yeah.
It sucks.
But yeah, other than that, like, just that and more Vampire Survivors.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
That game is, I'm at the point now where it's just getting out of control.
Yeah.
And it just like, that's another one of those things that just like activates your primal lizard brain.
I know. I actually am going to get it because I found out I do have enough. After I bought that post-apocalyptic game I was playing, I was thinking like, oh, do I want to buy the other expansion for it that I missed out on, or do I want to buy Vampire Survivors? And I was like, you know what? I'll take the plunge on Vampire Survivors.
Bro, I'm telling you, $3.
Yeah, exactly.
$3.
Yeah, because I've got like $5 and change left, so it's like, you know what? All right.
$3, and I've gotten this much, and it's just that, it's that entertaining.
Yeah.
And it's kind of one of those ones that you can do while you're doing something else. Like
that's the other reason too. Like the amount of time I'm mostly just like kind of at my computer, like doing research on stuff, or you know, I've been playing. I'll wait till it gets to my week, but that's the kind of game I'm looking for.
I put on YouTube on one screen, and because Vampire Survivors, like you can literally only move, and then every time you level up, you get to choose what power up you want out of what you rolled for luck. Like if you got whatever pops up. So like that's it. And like it's one of those to where you're just kind of looking at the screen, make sure no enemies are hitting you, and you're just kind of walking around and away from them, and like maybe you go pick up something on the map. But like after that, it's just like, well, yeah, I'm gonna watch YouTube and just chill out, and just zone out and just have a grand old time of just like dopamine simulator.
Good stuff,
bro. Dude, for $3, that game has been, and it's
bang
still
for buck,
dude. It's still in early access.
Wow.
It's,
So
like they
still
just
be
hit
more.
0.9, like 0.9, and they're putting out patches like every other week.
Wow.
It was started by one guy, and now I guess there's a couple of them doing it. But like, it's totally out of like RPG Maker or some shit like that. So yeah, $3, the game's lit.
Yeah, that's awesome.
RPG Maker VX. Sorry,
Yeah,
I remember the old trailers.
Anyways, whoever's next can go.
Well, because I know, I don't know. Whichever one of you wants to go, I can go last. I don't mind going last.
You want to go last?
I'll go last.
Jeremy, you want to go next?
We'll
Want me to
do
go
you
next?
Sure, I'll go next.
All right.
Yeah, it's a very uneventful week. I don't know what you people are talking about.
I didn't do a goddamn thing.
Sunday, we went to Micro Center. That was a fun trip with you two.
Yep, to the tech mecca.
You guys had to go to Cambridge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that was a.
Honestly, actually, it wasn't too bad. We picked a good time to go and come back, so it wasn't
a
like.
fiasco.
Well, I mean, there was like road work and a couple of like weirdo pedestrians. It's just like, how have you survived birth? Like,
Yeah, that's what I mean. You got you're always gonna see something.
Yeah. There was like a couple of those, but for the most part, like once you get like kind of out of Boston and more into Cambridge, it's kind of like, okay, people are a little more sane here, I guess.
Bro, they got to put one of those in Salem.
They
It makes
really
so
do.
much
Oh,
money.
okay. Yeah, sorry.
Anyways,
Another whole tangent.
We went, picked up all my PC parts.
yeah.
Yep.
So we probably would have built it that day, but some of us had,
Prior commitments.
yeah.
Yep. That's it, which is understandable.
Yep. Monday, don't think much happened. Trying to think if I watched anything or played anything interesting. No. Same with Tuesday.
Fair.
And then Wednesday rolls around. Meet up with you two to begin the build.
Yep.
And that was a trip.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Watching Eddie Caveman RGB cables.
Unga bunga. How do I make RGB work? Yeah, I'm a freaking Luddite when it comes to that stuff. So unfortunately, it took me way too long to figure it out. And in fact, my lack of intelligence dragged James down by quite a bit, to the point that like we kind of left it. Like I actually, when I came over yesterday, I had brain blasted a solution to the problem we were encountering. And I was like, why didn't we think of that? And it was like, you know what, James? I actually think you had mentioned it, and I talked you out of it. And I was just like, oh yeah, I'm done with that stuff.
Oh,
so.
well, it happens.
And it was also my first, like, I bought that 280 rad, but I still haven't put it in. So that was my first experience actually installing an AIO. And
Pretty easy.
It actually wasn't that bad. Yeah, it was. I mean, I think it helped that it was like we kind of got like all the same brands. So it was like Leon Lee case, Leon Lee 360 rad. Like it was, like it couldn't have gone to better. Couldn't have gone to bed.
When it all came together,
Just shoot me.
when it all came together, it actually ended up looking really nice.
Oh, yeah.
It did.
Like,
yeah.
it looks really nice. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what matters.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that's at home. I already picked out a desk. I'm going to order that soon.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. And then we got to get you a monitor, right? That's going to be the next thing.
Yeah. That'll be a couple weeks.
Couple
'cause I got to
weeks.
get two of them.
I mean, yeah, just don't make too much of a racket. Yeah.
But,
Get a beast of a monitor.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's all kinds of different stuff. Like, my recommendation that I've always given, I'll give you, and I've given to everybody, is like when you're buying a monitor, go look at it in person and see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yep.
You sent me a link for the 1080p one that you have over there.
Yep.
So I was thinking of getting two of those.
that works.
Get
Yeah, no,
that
that
over there.
Don't buy that. If you don't get that on sale, it costs more than your computer. Don't get that.
Oh, so brutal.
I'm gonna be 100% with you. The 50-inch like super ultra wide on the Sim, we got huge mega discounts on because I work for Samsung.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm not gonna
I
let you
didn't,
look at Bowser.
Ian said it too. He didn't know that even existed before
Yeah.
he saw it.
Yeah,
I didn't
it
either.
does.
When I saw that on your Instagram, I was like, whoa.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's pretty wild. And once you like it,
I was like,
It's-
that looks like a piece of like space equipment.
it's so bizarre too, because like when you're looking at it from afar, you're like, Jesus, the thing's huge. But then when you're like actually driving in the sim ring, you're like, it feels perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine anything better. So sorry again, derailing your week.
No.
Use 'em.
Yeah, so pretty much I got a desk picked out. I have the like a stand that will hold both monitors.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
And yep, the 2 monitors. Pretty much, I think again the ones that you sent me
Yep.
the link.
Fair.
They're like $260 a piece. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, they work great. Like those LG monitors are awesome. I love them.
I did go to Walmart Friday, and I found like I think like the next one's down from that were like 150 each.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, that's up to you. Get what you want to get.
I mean, I'm gonna just like because they didn't have like an open one to see, so it's like one of those.
Yeah. It's always a risk when you're buying it kind of sight unseen or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like I already seen his monitor, so it's like,
Right. Yeah, you could see that one in person. You could see how the colors, because like it's tough to like, even when you know the stats, like it's kind of tough to like. There's always variance, like even just between individual panels and stuff, where it's like you may get a good one, you may get a bad one. It's usually just better to kind of look at them in person and kind of see like, well, I like the look of this one the best,
Yeah,
so that's the
Yeah.
one you get, even if it may not statistically be the best. If it's good, if it's the best according to your eye, then buy it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Yeah, because you're gonna be the one looking at it.
Yeah, no, exactly. And you should, if you get one, definitely look at getting one, whatever your main monitor will be, with like the blue light reduction filter.
Mm-hmm.
I highly recommend that because you don't think of how much blue light is actually kicked out in your eyes. And it sucks over time.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
No,
So
Yeah, otherwise you burn out your retinas like me.
yeah, it gives you headaches and stuff over time that you don't want to deal with. So
Yep.
yeah.
Makes your eyes want to jump out of your head.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so building that was fun with you guys, and thank you again for helping me with this.
Not a problem. It was a blasty blast. That was my first time in at Micro Center, so I definitely want to go back there at some point.
I
More than
want to go
once,
there
for
with you
sure.
guys.
Huh?
Sometime. I want to go there with you guys sometime.
Absolutely.
yeah.
And then,
Sorry.
Trying to think. Dynamite was fun watching with you guys.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
after
yeah.
the PC build.
You got, yeah, that was after we built the PC. We just sat down and watched some wrestling.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Yeah, we need
And,
something to kind of unwind with. And actually, it was funny. We were like filming the conclusion, and it was on, and like we were kind of like so fried and everything that we were just kind of like,
Well, here's hoping it doesn't
what
get
are we
taken
talking
down.
about? Wrestling. Yeah, right. Sorry, wrestling's on over there.
I just hope it's not too loud to where it's going to get us taken down for copyright. But we'll see.
I mean, it's like literal seconds. I think it's not
Yeah,
a big deal.
don't take much. You know how it is.
I know.
No music was playing, so I think we're fine.
Yeah, I feel like that's the big one. Music or like famous crap like that.
Because I've seen so many like videos of like their events
Oh,
on
yeah.
YouTube, so I don't think it's gonna matter. It's not like it was really the main focus anyway.
Yeah, no,
Right.
no. We were talking about it. It was just on in the background.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get really picky and prissy about it. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens with the video.
And then Thursday, kind of a calm day. Friday, the world of wrestling got turned upside down. That was
yeah.
Oh, yeah, the retirement of
Vince
McMahon.
that was something where it's like, so hell froze over, pigs are flying, a black hole is open in the sky,
Yeah.
the sun is shut off.
Oh yeah, I mean he was like the literal lord of wrestling. I mean,
Yeah.
jeez.
So,
Like-
so it's just like, man, this is, and I know a lot of people thought it was like a work. It wasn't real, and it turned out it was, because about 30 minutes after he announced it over Twitter, they released the press release from WWE, and it's like, okay, he's actually gone. This is weird.
Yeah. Well, here's hoping they'll turn it around. Obviously, it's going to take a couple months for it to be like for the changes to really affect, but here's hoping for the best.
Yeah,
So-
I just want to see. I just want more violence. I don't know. Like I said, I crave the violence now. I'm addicted. So.
I mean, it's all just a men's soap opera. It's a soap opera aimed at like the monkey
Eddie,
brain.
if you want more violence, go look up some GCW matches.
GCW.
Game Changer Wrestling.
Sounds
All right.
cool.
Well, yeah. It sounds like it's meant to turn the whole thing on
They
its
use
head.
light
So.
tubes on people, so.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's allowed.
Oh,
They
okay.
had an
Cool.
event like a couple, like a month or two ago, where one of their guys, his name is Hoodfoot. Him and another guy were like they had, like the other guy snapped like a light tube over his knee and tossed him the other end. And
Oh
they
my
were,
god.
So they were like
Trying to
doing-
jab each other with it.
Yeah.
Bro, that's
And then,
so bad.
That is
And
violent.
then the guy went and lunged, and Hoodfoot kind of like moved the wrong shoulder back,
Oh.
and so
Got it.
and he got right under the armpit.
Oh.
Bro,
Dang.
like that's bad
And
business.
it was-
See, like hearing it, I'm just like, oh. But I know, like, if I was watching, I'd be like, yeah. like again, it just triggers that lizard brain in me to just be like, yes, bludgeon with club.
I mean, dude, we
Bring
would all
food
be,
back to the tribe. Like,
Bro, all four of us would be in the front row going, give him the business!
Yeah,
Cut
yeah.
him! Stab him!
Again, yeah. You think like it's all depravity until you're actually there, and then you just get swept up in the mob.
Yeah.
So it's just,
That's what it is.
yeah. I will.
Yeah,
I mean, I will not say I'm a better man, but yeah, you know.
it was such a bad puncture wound that they like the ref went and got gloves, realized that the gloves weren't gonna do jack.
Yeah. no.
because every second it was
Yeah, no.
Oh,
like, that's
God.
what.
this was bad. And then
Dang.
he tried to do like the medical tape around the wound, and it was just so much blood to the point where the tape was not working. It wasn't sticking at all.
Jeez.
You know, that's
So
one of
they had
those
to-
ones.
So they had he threw the X up.
Yeah, like
the
match
was
over.
and
Yep.
they dragged him out.
Dang.
It's unfortunate, but that's literally one of those where it's like, all right, we're done here. Pack it in.
Luckily, he's okay. They announced it the next morning that yep, he's fine. He got treatment and
Good.
all that. It's like, jeez.
Yeah, that's
that's
brutal.
Oh, he went and got stitches and shit, guaranteed. But yeah, that's the problem when you start messing with fluorescent bulbs.
Oh yeah, dude, those things
Yeah.
are nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even want to break them on each other. Like, they're bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done that one firsthand, and yeah, it's a little overrated. It's cool to do it once, and then it's cool to never do it again.
Yeah.
But I'm not telling anybody to do that. Please don't. I don't need that
I
liability
mean,
on
it
my
was
head.
cool when Ken Block did it in the car with all of them hanging.
Oh,
and, you know,
jeez,
when he was
yeah,
in the
yeah.
car, like.
Right. Yeah, he's basically driving around in a bubble, you know? It's cool.
Yeah, and then pretty much Saturday
Yeah.
was the party.
Yep.
I bought the ROH pay-per-view for us to watch.
Yep.
So that was
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was a fun watch.
Yep.
Yeah, we had fun watching that all night and taking turns on the sim and
Yeah, that was really what it was. It was like when you weren't on the sim, you were watching wrestling. So it was,
Wrestling.
and there was plenty of food, and it was all delicious. So
Oh, yeah,
it was
the
it was
food was
good.
great.
It was a good time. Good way to spend a Saturday.
it was Matt for a Pepsi.
Oh, are you getting a Beppis? You grab me one. Sorry.
And then I was telling you today, I was watching two Batman animated movies.
Thank you, sir.
It was the Return of the Dark Knight Part 1 and 2.
Yes.
And my God, the most interesting villain has appeared.
Villain.
So her name is Bruno.
Her name was Bruno.
Bruno.
She
And
German?
Yeah, we'll put it that way.
I mean, yeah.
It's Batman, all right? It's Batman.
And it was just like, I was like, who's this Bruno? And then this half-naked woman just walks up, and it's like, okay. And covering her breast are 2 swastikas.
You want swastika pasties?
Oh,
And I'm just like,
Like,
okay.
they're not swastikas, Jeremy. They're pinwheels of friendship.
These were pinwheels of friendship on this German lady.
Yeah.
You should have seen the size of her pinwheels. Sorry. Crude
But I'm just
joke.
like, what? I'm just like, I've never heard of this person.
Yeah, right,
Where
right.
did she come from?
is this Batman?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is Batman.
It's a Batman.
This is in the very beginning of Return of the Dark Knight Part 2.
Oh,
Jesus.
And I'm
Okay.
just like, okay.
I'm intrigued
for which reason?
because what else is in this? They said it's the beginning of the movie. What else could possibly happen in this
That's
movie?
true. Yeah, yeah. When
Joker went on a killing spree at an amusement park
okay.
Well, that's pretty brutal.
while he had like one of the batarangs wedged in his eye.
Perfect.
Oh, dang.
So I was like, damn.
Sweet.
So you're saying it was hyper violent too?
Oh yeah, very violent.
Yes, food for the tribe. Yes. Sorry.
Eddie's like, perfect. Now I know what I'm doing
I
later.
crave it.
More violence.
Yes, more violence.
And yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Matt, what have you been up to?
I this week have been mostly doing the same thing I always do. I work on my car.
Yep. Living the dream.
Don't
Living the
forget, you
dream.
got the story.
Which story?
The
Great Journey.
Yeah.
You didn't tell it last week. Go over your week first, then we'll go over the Great Journey.
Yes, yeah.
So my week was pretty much working on my car and still doing.
Sorry, the Great Journey. Just the name of it's making me
I'm
laugh.
trying to think about how I'm going to tell that story.
Yeah.
Not exactly tell that story.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, so I worked on more of my music collection online. We're
Nice.
tracking stuff down on the internet. That's always fun. On the topic of buying all that computer stuff,
Yes.
I have to get a desk.
Oh,
I
right.
got to move my computer because we're getting a new sliding door
Oh.
in my back room. So that whole area has to be all cleared out.
Yeah, so for reference, like, we kind of
We have
built
2
his
computer
computer.
desks in that room. Like now
Yeah,
it's just
we-
on a table.
Yeah, we kind of built. Yeah, we had like this small table that we built it on, and it's basically just been there. Like he just
Just a
moved like a
folding
monitor and keyboard and mouse and just turned it into a desk.
Yeah.
Well, like, that room is so small.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be much better when we pull everything out and just make it one big desk.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
get like a big L desk.
Yeah, because there's a desk in there right now, but it's very old and very.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's like there has no drawers left or something.
It's the Staples special.
Yeah, yeah, and it's very much so.
It's
like-
literally just like corkboard. Like it's like corkboard
Yeah.
with like a cardboard wood.
that veneer's like peeling off, like bubbling.
Yeah.
Like it's seen
Yeah,
better days.
It's awesome.
Yep, yep.
But yeah, I have to do that.
It's,
So
Jeremy's
since
over
you were
here showing a
intrigued,
picture.
since you were intrigued, there's Bruno.
Put a picture of it up here right
that's
now.
Bruno right there.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. And that's in
Oh my
Batman.
god.
Yeah, you all are gonna have to Google that one. I'm not putting that up. Like,
Yeah.
No,
don't
put it
Google
in.
that.
Put it in.
No, I'm not putting that on the.
Put it
Put
in.
it in because that's not good. But
Put it in.
but just
The monkey brain is just
okay,
like seriously
okay. The
taking
monkey
over.
brain wants something else put in.
Anyways,
Come on.
you need a desk. Just go back to that real quick.
I need a desk, and I want to get one where we can finally turn the computer so we can actually see
the inside of
the
it.
inside of it. 'cause
Yeah, yeah. The way we have it positioned where it's like the plain side panel is what's facing him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got a case window, but you don't get to see
It's
into
like
it
that.
at all.
It's like next to a wall, so you like can't see it at all.
Yeah.
But
So, what you should do, especially if you're gonna do something like that, because that room's really small. Well, it's not that it's like super small. It's that you've got the couch and the TV and
Yeah.
all the other stuff in there. You should get like a wall mount for your monitors and stuff like that. Just make it like so you can maximize the amount of desk
I was thinking
space you
about
have.
that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. I would, yeah, either that or like one of those, like those monitor stands that like clips onto like the desk or like gets screwed into like the back of the desk.
That's what I
kinda
have
I'm getting.
here.
Yeah, but
And that also pushes the monitor out like 4 inches at the same
Yeah,
time.
I guess.
So
I mean-
depending on how deep it is and everything like that, and
Yeah.
how close or how
he
far
does
you
have a
like to
curved
be.
display, so
Yeah, I have one of those big. How that thing is like.
it's like a 30-inch,
it's
yeah,
huge,
30-inch curved display. So
That was one of those things that you told me that people didn't regret it. They'd never try. They never had it. They got it. And they didn't
yeah, the
regret it.
curved displays. It's like it is really like a love it or hate it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
a lot of people, it's like once they try it, it's like I don't want anything else.
I'd still go. I would still use like a flat monitor, but it's just like a.
I'm way too
I
used
definitely
to.
like it.
I think the thing is, it's like some people will go like ultra wide curved, or they'll go like multi monitor.
Yeah.
So
I'm always in the multi monitor camp, but I understand the people who go like the uber ultra wide.
So I've done all of the above.
Yep.
I had a 34-inch ultra wide. I have a 50-inch ultra wide.
34-inch ultra wide.
Yeah.
Is that a Samsung?
No, that one was an LG.
That must be. That's a
It's
beast.
like halfway between so that one is a 32 by 9, and there's 21 by 9 and 16 by 9. 21 by 9 is ultra wide.
Yep.
32 by 9 is super ultra wide, which is the 50-inch Samsung that I have.
super ultra wide.
And then these are just regular 16 by 9s.
Yeah.
And I've had 16 by 9 curved monitors. I'm gonna be 100% with you. I prefer a flat panel until I go like ultra wide. The
Yeah.
second
Yeah.
you go ultra wide, it's got to be curved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
oh, yeah.
for just normal everyday computing on like
Yeah, if you
on
have
a
to turn
standard
your head to look at like a normal display, it's like, okay, this might be a little much.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be 100% with you. When it comes to just like being on a normal computer here, I would rather have 3 monitors set up, like a 3-monitor setup of 3 flat panels, so you just have them at each angle. And
Yeah.
part of that is that I've found in the past that the curve, you have to be careful of the light sources in the room where the monitor is.
Oh yeah.
To me, I've got a cataract in one of my eyes, so like if something's like just like at the wrong angle, it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
So that to me is something that's
Right,
super
yeah, because
important.
if it's not flat, it's, because it's curved, it basically can catch a lot more light.
Oh, it catches it and reflects it from multiple angles
Right.
rather
Yeah,
than just
yeah.
one.
Yep.
That's also part of the reason why my main monitors on my desk tend to have a matte finish and not a gloss finish.
Yeah, that's what mine have. Too.
Yeah,
That's
I
got a-
always
that's
agree
got a
with that.
matte
I
finish.
hate, like, the glossy finish is really nice to look at when it's brand new, and then literally, like,
Yeah.
a couple weeks later, it's hellish. I
Yeah,
hate it.
it's good on a TV. But
Yes.
like we're talking monitors
Right,
and
because
playing
you're not
games. No.
you're not like sitting directly in front of a TV anymore.
Yeah.
You're not touching a TV or whatever. Like at least most of the time. So
Well-
those can be glossy, but a monitor, it's like if you have to reposition it, if you have to, you're sitting close to it. So obviously I don't know about you, but sometimes I'll get like the rogue sneeze,
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
you can't hold back, and the one that just sneaks up on you.
the rogue.
The rogue sneeze. I don't know how else to describe
That's
it, but
that's a title right there.
Or
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're like me and you're playing freaking What the Dub with Mike and some of the others and end up laughing your ass off
Oh,
and dropping
yeah.
your lemonade on your desk.
Yep.
And covering your mat and your keyboard and all your monitors
Oh, I
with
have-
lemonade.
I
You're
have
laughing too hard.
unfortunately like
Yeah.
that old LG screen I had when we were building Jeremy's computer. Yeah, I have soaked that thing in cola more than once. Just like get
Oh,
a
yeah.
mouthful. The wrong jokes hits at the wrong time. Mouth spray.
Sometimes it just happens and you're just like, oh, yeah, no.
yeah.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Where did you get that giant mouse pad?
That giant mouse pad. So for the reference, I have a 3XL. There's only one size larger. X-ray pad Aqua Control Plus.
Jesus Christ.
That X-ray pad is it's a European company.
Oh, okay.
They're out of. I don't remember if they're specifically out of England or not.
Europe.
I know that. I know that.
This,
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. When you buy them in the States, you have to go through specific retailers. I like to use Lethal Gaming Gear for their stuff. And a lot of the tech YouTubers who do more of the finer things, so like mouse reviews, keyboard reviews, stuff like that, more focused towards gaming, they're constantly putting up discount codes for Lethal
sweet.
Gaming Gear.
I see.
So I go through them. There's a couple other spots that'll do it. A couple other websites. So, also for what it's worth, that's an older one. They have a newer one called the Aqua Control 2, which is basically an updated version of that. It's just technology. That mat's like a couple years old. And then if you actually order directly from X-Ray Pad, you can get custom images printed on the pad.
That's pretty sweet.
That was
That's
always
cool.
one of those things I wanted to do, where like if I get streaming to take off or whatever the hell, I'll be selling those with like my logo and shit on it. Like, I'm not gonna go get no razor pad or anything. No,
Right.
I'm gonna go get one of those because that's what I like and that's what I love to use.
Put any image on there.
Yeah,
I've got to go and take it.
yeah, you can put that on there, but like you're gonna pay for it because if you do that, you
Yeah.
have to go. It has to come directly from X-Ray Pad, and you're gonna be spending all the money on it, and it's
Woof.
expensive if you do that. And you also have to pay for shipping from Europe. So,
Right.
but yeah, no, that pad's awesome.
I wanna
Remind me
get one
later,
like
and I'll
that.
shoot you the link for it.
Sweet.
But yeah, and the newer ones, like they've got a cherry tree blossom, and then they've got a couple other designs. And not only that, you can get the designs in different colors now too. So,
Oh, cool.
but go ahead.
yeah, so I
anything
gotta
else?
basically I gotta do that stuff basically for my whole setup. So
Let me know when
that's
you do
coming.
that because I would love to. I mean, it's probably been a while since that thing's been cleaned, so I'd like to get in there and
yeah,
give it a
Get the air
thorough
compressor.
cleaning and yeah, right. And also maybe do some wire management before you actually like start looking into it full time because
Do you need me to go over there and help?
no, well, if you want, or if you just
Wire
want to
management.
witness my mistakes, because yeah, I am.
That cable managed Jeremy's pretty good.
Yeah, you did. I am a caveman. I am. Tab A goes into slot B. That's the
gotta
extent of my knowledge.
About as complex as it gets, right?
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Hasn't stopped me yet.
I gotta find a desk, an L desk. That'll be a fun little.
Yeah. I mean,
Frog,
I've got a Staples special as well. And to be fair, the Staples specials are nice until they're too old, and then
Yeah.
they get real bad real fast.
Can you get
Yeah.
one with like a hutch on top?
Yep.
So you know what
Okay.
you can do too?
I want like the biggest desk.
I would honestly like if you could get one with like a metal top or something, just because that particle board that like all the Staples desks and crap are made of, they just like inevitably
deteriorates over
start to
time.
bubble unless you get like a really nice really nice desk.
Well, so I had an IKEA desk before. Like I put it all together. I had the butcher block top, and
Oh, okay.
even that over time that started to warp with just humidity and everything. Like,
Really?
between all the boards. So
Yep.
Jeez.
this one is like a particle board, but it's like a solid, it's like a countertop finish. So it actually stays pretty solid. It's
Yeah.
all scratched up from
I
like a couple
suppose if
years.
you got like that particle board with like a thicker finish on it than just like a stain and
yeah,
or
works
like a
great.
veneer.
Does get scratched up.
Yeah.
But one thing I can say is like if you want something like that, you can get like if you see like I have a couple of the IKEA Alex drawers, so that's like what these little cabinets are. I've got the one here and I've got a short one. You can get two of those, and you can get like little risers that sit on top of those, and then you can get a desktop.
Oh.
Like you can get one of their Linman desktops, and they don't just sell those in butcher block. Like you can get those in like a laminate style also.
pretty
Those
sweet.
hold up pretty good. As long it's a budget way to do it, and you put everything together yourself. If you want to go like one step up from Staples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I would recommend.
The only problem is IKEA's in like Saugus on the south side of Boston.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
pain.
yeah.
I mean, technically speaking, you're only going
Yeah,
there
you know.
once, so it's not too bad.
Well, we did it a while ago, and oh my god,
Like the
it was a
pain
pain
of
to get there.
How
Yeah,
much
oh,
are
yeah.
those big desks? The one I looked to online like $1,000.
So-
Well, what are you looking for?
like
like a
an L desk.
big L desk with a hutch on it.
So the one I got was like, so I think in the store it was priced at like $4 something.
Okay, yeah, that's
But I like the online price was like $279.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was like their own online store. So like I didn't even have to show them that. Like the employee was like, we sell it like this much cheaper online and you wouldn't have to pick it up. So we could just do the order online here. And I was like, yeah, cool.
yeah. Thanks.
But I also didn't get it with the hutch. It did have one optional, but I was like, what, another thing for me to dust? Screw that.
Yeah.
Another place for me to put things that I will lose. Yeah.
I will say this: I've got a sit-stand desk. I love that thing, But the only thing that sucks about those is like when this was bought, this was like the largest size you could get without going L desk. But
Yeah.
I don't like the L desk because what I find is when you get an L desk most of the time, it's not deep enough.
Yeah, I will say that. Yeah,
I need a desk that's like a minimum of 30 inches deep. That's how I like to sit at the computer desk and everything.
yeah. I usually find myself slouching very far away because otherwise it's like, or my legs are like sticking out the other side of the desk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're putting it against the wall, it's got to be deep enough.
Yep.
That's just the stuff that I found over time. But that would being the biggest one, like all in with shipping and everything at the time was like it was just under 500 all in. But now, like
Yeah.
you can't find one of these desks for like under 700. It sucks.
God.
Good old Corona and work from home and everything.
Right.
It's like the chair Eddie's in is like it's like same brand, Autonomous. It's their Ergo chair, which is like an ergonomic work chair. That chair used to be like $350. You can't buy those chairs for under like 600 now. It's bullshit.
And I will get up now. No, so
No, it's held up.
it is
stood
very
the test of
comfortable.
time,
It
so-
is. It is.
Yeah, that's a nice chair.
Yep.
I like that.
Yep.
You know what I'm gonna do for a chair? I've said this a million times, but I haven't actually done it yet. I gotta go to my friend's place who has like rooms worth of Cadillac parts
Dude,
and get.
are you gonna pull a Chunkies?
Oh, I'm gonna pull a chunky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be rad.
He's done it. Like at his place,
Oh.
at his dealer, he has them already done. Like he's done it for like 2 of them. His dad did them.
That's
Dude.
all
Like
rad.
it's already like it can be done. We know.
If,
it
if
can
you
be
could
done.
price out one of those, I would love one
I'm
as
gonna
well.
I'm gonna ask him like, will you sell like. I don't know if he'll just want to sell one seat.
I mean, I'll help him make it. I don't know what.
So maybe he'd sell 2 seats.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I mean?
Right,
So
right. Yeah,
maybe-
passenger driver side. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I'd
There you
do
go.
it.
You guys just got to commit to
Hell
like
yeah.
a set.
I would
Yeah.
definitely go in on that because that. I mean, those seats are just heavenly,
Oh, dude. It's
and they hold up really well. I mean, just look at Chunkies.
Yeah.
All those
They
seats
didn't
are.
have
uses
those.
all
They-
the
those are like Lincoln
Navigator and
seats.
Escalade.
Yeah, they're
seats,
like
yeah.
Navigator, Escalade, a couple of Mark 8 seats, and it's
Yeah.
like, dude, those things were made in like 2004 or something, and it's like they were taken out of a car that old, put on a little frame.
Yep.
And it's like they're still fine.
Yeah.
They recline and everything.
He
It's
has them
great.
on this type of
Oh, like on the
office
wheelie
chair
base?
type wheelbase, and I have no idea how they did it so that it doesn't fall backwards. But like
I mean-
you can lean this thing back.
I mean, you
and
would
you won't
think there's
fall.
probably rails underneath the cushion that it's like meant to attach to in
Yeah.
the car.
Yeah.
So you basically have to build a bracket that you would attach like the like a generic wheelie base to.
Yep, that's
like,
what he did. That's like
Yeah.
exactly what they did.
Yeah. I know, like, again, Chunkies takes the cheap way out. They basically just build because, height and stuff isn't really important, so they just build a little wheelie base with
Yeah.
these itty-bitty casters and call it a day.
I mean, I'm gonna be 100% with you. You really want to like nerd out on that stuff? See what you can do to go find like older Herman Miller or Steelcase chairs. Those are like really, really high end like office chairs, like the ergonomic ones. But like people sell the used ones like dirt cheap. Like, like-
See, I snagged a nice office chair. My buddy used to clean out, like, at, like, high-end office buildings, like, when
Yeah.
they close up.
Oh, that's pretty.
And there
sweet.
were a lot that closed up during COVID, so he had like a bunch of stuff that like they were just going to throw away. And it was a perfectly good chair, and it's really nice. But the problem is, it's got like 9 levers on the bottom of them. I don't know what any of them do.
yeah.
I genuinely don't. Like, I'm sure one is for like some kind of lumbar support. One is to like you can adjust the angles of the armrests individually, and like I don't know. Like just trying to like raise and lower the chair is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
To use exactly the right phrase.
The only thing I have to say about that is if you're gonna use something like that and you want it in a gas strut, make sure you use a base where it's not the bottom that is what pivots for when you recline back.
Oh, yeah.
So in
Oh,
the
yeah,
case
yeah.
of like the chair Matson is just like a cheap one. Where the gas strut goes in is like on a little rod and that's what pivots to recline back. And that's the part that always breaks.
Yeah.
When it starts to break is when you start to get that gangster lean that chair.
Yeah. The chair starts to tilt a little bit to the left or right.
Gangster lean.
You know exactly what I'm talking
Oh, I
about.
do.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get something more like the ergo chair, that goes into like part of the platform.
Yep.
But then like that part of the platform is also mounted like more securely through other parts. So that part isn't exactly what's leaning. So
I mean, to
or
be fair, I
pivoting.
usually prefer to like just leave it locked, and then I can kind of like push a little bit back into it, then without it having to like give way. I mean, so even when I'm like slouching, it's like I'll just slouch deeper in the chair. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need the chair to slouch with me.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, being an ergo chair. that
again,
thing
to be
doesn't
fair,
have to
this thing is
recline.
really comfortable, so I'm not gonna badmouth chairs too much. If it holds my weight, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm a big boy. Sorry, anything else?
I don't think so.
Well, we can do Eddie's week and then the Great Journey then.
Yeah, I need to know the Great Journey. I need to know because he actually teased this like last night, and I didn't get to hear it. So
Yeah, tell your week. I'm thinking
right.
of how to exactly tell this story without
So-
exactly telling the story.
I feel like my week has just been explained indirectly, but yeah, I went to Micro Center with these guys, and it was a blast. That store is awesome. The employees were pretty helpful. They didn't really care that we were like just carrying around a camera, which
Yeah,
was,
as long as we weren't filming other people.
yeah. I guess like really
Oh,
they
that's
didn't
cool.
care. It was like Cambridge had rules that they had
Yeah.
to abide by, so they were like, yeah, we don't really care if you record us or anything, but don't record, like and
customers.
to be fair, like when I was holding the camera, at least I was trying to like keep it pointed at the floor unless we were actually talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, that store was awesome. I got like a bunch of bargain bin crap because like I didn't want to leave empty-handed, but I also didn't plan on spending a lot of money there.
Well, I got that bit recorded with that keyboard.
Oh yeah. So yeah. You'll see in the video, but the spoiler is that I didn't pick either of them.
Bullshit.
I picked a third one that I saw on clearance for like $8, and it was a keyboard and mouse wireless combo. And I have played with it. It is as garbage as you would expect. I mean, it is absolutely. It doesn't even have an on-off switch. Like you take the batteries out if you want to turn it off. Like, it's worthless. It's garbage. I will
That's
say the
what you
keyboard.
get.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I just needed this cheap thing. Like when I'm like couch gaming or whatever. Like just or like trying to put a movie on through a laptop. It's like I don't want to get up and go to the laptop. Like type it in with this piece of crap. It's fine. Yeah, and I got like a couple other things. Jeremy and I got these cool like PCB rulers that were.
Oh yeah, that's right. The rulers.
Those things were
Yeah, it had
actually
like a
really.
protractor and everything built into it.
Yeah. I wanted to try and grab.
protractor?
Yeah. There's like a protractor. There was like drill bit sizes. There was it was a bunch of stuff on it. Yeah, it was really
that's
cool, and it was
awesome.
like $6.
And Morse code.
Yeah.
and Morse code on
serious?
it.
Yeah. The Morse code things was still a little weird for a
That's
ruler,
awesome.
but it was a really cool. Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
really filled out the space on it.
That's a good play. That's something just random to keep in my
I thought Bowser was
toolbox.
giving me the business.
Yo, you just hear him in the
Yeah.
background.
I wanted to get some Raspberry Pi stuff, but unfortunately they were pretty cleaned out. Like most of
Yeah.
it was just like gizmos, and it's like this would be cool if I had a project in mind that I don't. So,
Well,
but they're like they have a really good selection, especially of like the Arduino stuff. Like they had a lot of the Arduino stuff.
yeah, normally when you go to those places like Micro Center, they've got like 100 plus like Raspberry Pis in stock, and they have like cases and all the different things. Like they'll have like the screens, everything. But
There's like a run on the Raspberry Pi stuff right now, so it's
Yeah.
they can be pretty hard to find, like even online.
yeah,
I don't know if it's just people looking for like a cheap computer or if it's just everybody's like, well, I'm bored, so let's do robotics. But
well, not only that, like the pickings were real slim at that Micro Center
True.
for like the 3D printing stuff.
yeah, a lot of like that kind of creator-y
Yeah.
stuff was pretty slim.
It's all hard to find now. But
Yeah, and like I don't, that's not their fault. It's whatever they got in stock,
yeah.
But it was cool to see like a lot of the builds they had there. They had this one crazy like, I mean, it was like, I don't
It's a couple years old, but yeah, they had that.
I know. I
Threadripper.
feel like I'm bad mouthing them by like kind of being like, yeah, it was a little too much money, but it was a cool looking computer because it was like, a Threadripper and a what
Yeah.
the hell was it?
a
It was-
Threadripper and a 20
20
2090 Ti.
Yeah. Like it was like really gone ham, but it was like, man, the price they were asking was just absolutely insane. I know it was all custom stuff, but it's like, oh, you really are waiting for that one guy who's got more money than brain cells. Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but like you had custom liquid cooling lube.
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah.
all like,
Like I
custom
said,
bent, like
I-
rigid tubing. Like yeah,
I get the expense. It's just weird seeing that from my perspective because I am like the exact opposite. Like I am the thrift store type gamer, and it's just like, so this is how the other side lives.
yeah, but you also have to remember at that point in time, it takes 30 plus hours to build that computer.
Oh yeah, no.
because you're bending
like I
the
said,
tubes.
I
and-
get it.
Yeah,
It's just not anything I would have bought.
Yeah.
They did
That's
have
neat.
some cool open box video cards that like. There was one that was really enticing. It had a 3080. I don't think it was a TI, but it was open box and it was like Micro Center, so it probably wasn't really used
Yeah,
for
it
mining.
was probably one that was like in a display case.
Yeah, and it was
something
like under $700. Like it was.
Well,
It was really solid. Like that's
it was
a lot of video card for that money.
It was an EVGA like FTW.
Yeah, it was
I don't
a
remember
nice
if it
one.
was an FTW3, but it was an FTW.
Yeah, it was a pretty baller card and for a really solid price. And I was like, if I had more disposable income right now, I would snag that.
40s coming soon. Like,
It's like. There's been such a drought for so long that it's like, oh man, look at the bigger fish coming back, but it's like, oh no, there's gonna be bigger ones. You just wait.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. Rumor has it they're gonna delay it till like the end of next year on 40 series, which is kind of crap.
Yeah, whatever, Nvidia, you scumbags.
I mean,
they really are the worst type of company. I have no respect for them.
It's a business thing with supply and demand.
I
and like
know it
all of a
is.
sudden now there's cards everywhere because crypto's dying.
Yeah,
because crypto's like been written off at this point.
Is it finally dying?
No, but like the thing is, like they set their own expectations too high. It's their fault.
Yeah. Well, it's like you guys were literally just selling the crypto, and you sit there and said like, no, we're not selling the crypto. No, you knew where every single card went.
Yeah.
You knew it.
Isn't that shit really just for criminals and drug dealers and shit?
Not anymore. It used to be, but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
so much.
That was like the early days because it was like, oh, an untraceable currency, my favorite. But no,
now it's
I don't
just
know.
full of NFTs and
Yeah, it's all crap.
it's all
Yeah.
dumb.
But yeah, no, Nvidia did that to themselves. I have no sympathy. I can't wait for them to like really get the comeuppance they deserve.
Yeah.
Because God,
Yeah.
they have just torpedoed their own market so badly.
Well, they deserve it.
oh, yeah.
Especially after what they did with the 30 series launch and catering to all the crypto people. Like, you deserve it.
Between that and then they set the MSRPs like stupid high, and then they inflated the MSRPs to match like the scalper value. So you wound up with like these cards that are just like ridiculously overpriced, and now they were like, oh, well, now we have too many, so we have to lower the price. Oh,
Oh, yeah, they did.
yeah.
Like, that's the thing that sucks, though, is that with the new cards on the horizon, they're talking about delaying it. It's like, obviously they're doing it for supply and demand because they have a massive supply of 30s left.
Yeah.
And there's massive amounts of
Right,
used
and
30s.
once the 40s come out, like the 30s aren't going to sell. They're going to have to like reduce the price to like below what it costs them to make
Yeah.
it in order to sell a thing.
Until there's a competitive product, they won't release it.
Yeah, no,
Right.
well, that's just
That's
it.
the other thing too. Yeah.
AMD's coming with it, and AMD's like sitting in the same boat, like, ooh, do we do it or do we wait for supply to go down?
Yeah, it's
I mean, it's happened with drugs and everything else.
yeah. Yeah, I get it. It doesn't mean I have to like it, you know.
Yeah, it's all economics, and it's just like, no, this is bullshit. I want
And
shiny
again,
new
to
computer
me,
parts.
it's like they kind of like built their own house with this because it's like if you guys hadn't inflated the prices and set your expectations so high, these things would sell faster. But
Yeah.
you're selling a $900 card at $1,500 MSRP, and it's like, why aren't people buying it? Like, I don't know. You did it to yourself.
No. You're selling $500 cards that were being scalped and sold for $2,000. So you took the $500 card and raised the MSRP to $1,200, and the scalper price went up, and people were stupid enough to buy it, even the new stuff. And now look at here we are. The cards aren't quite back down. Like, they're pretty much back to MSRP, and they're sitting there going like, well, we're not selling, so we're going to delay the new ones. And it's like, well, of course you're not selling.
You know what you tell them?
You guys literally screwed everyone who was going to buy it to play video games.
Yeah.
And you just catered to the crypto market.
Yeah.
Because the crypto market, like, yeah, whatever, okay. It cost me $1,500 for this, like, $500 graphics card. But you know what? The card's going to pay for itself in 3 weeks anyways.
Yeah.
And then every day after 3 weeks, I'm making money on it. So, yeah, of course. Those people, they didn't care, and they were buying, like, those cards, even at that crazy MSRP, they were buying it at a pallet at a time of those cards.
Right.
Yeah.
So, here we are.
Yep. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, you have those the people playing like more or less the stock market with Bitcoin and these video cards. And then like really at the end, and like maybe one or two people that are using them for like legitimate, like kind of scientific work. And then literally everybody else is just like, I want to play a video game. And it's like, dude, these are like toys for children, basically.
I want a video game where graphic melt my eyeball.
yeah. Like, I need to appease my caveman violent brain. Like, that's like what we're looking for. And it's like, you just like priced out all the fun. Okay,
I need
cool.
Call of Duty with ray tracing. Anyways.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, and then Wednesday we put it together. Again, James did most of like the RGBs, the cable management, and the AIOs, and I did like the motherboard prep.
Cable management.
And like kind of, I think we both equally kind of put it into the case because I wasn't used to it. I'm such a Luddite. I'm so used to like the punch out back plates and stuff, and it was like this didn't have one. It was like all in one. So it's like, oh yeah, there's like a little plastic thing you gotta take off. I'm like, why won't it fit? So I'm like, yeah. It's been a long time like since I've worked with like so many new parts at once. Most of the time it's like I'm either rehabbing old stuff or I'm like just building in my own old stuff.
Hey, you know what? It came together. It looks great. That's what matters.
It did. It really did come together awesome. Worked on more or less first boot. The only thing we had to do was turn on, well, DOCP, basically XMP, in order to get the memory working properly. And that was it. Like it came together so well. And then, yeah, I'm waiting to be judged when the video gets released on my use of thermal paste because there's no appeasing anybody. So watch it if you want to be triggered, whether I did good or bad. Yeah, it's
Thermal paste.
yeah.
we were heckling each other the whole time. We're putting the thermal
Oh,
paste
yeah.
on.
Yeah, like, some people take the X, some people do a circle. It's stupid. I don't know. It's paste. As long as it's there, you're good.
Yeah, it's there. It works. All right.
Hold on, you just glob it on the whole thing and just stick it on. Yeah.
Dude,
Ain't gonna hurt it.
yeah, but
Linus
it's
and-
painful.
Linus and Jays and Bitwit and Gamers Nexus all proved it.
Yeah, they did. Oh, dude,
I mean,
that
Jays
game,
put gummy bears in there in a video. Like,
I've seen. There was one guy who put like mayonnaise as thermal paste, and it's like it's disgusting. It did work, but it's disgusting.
well, yo, what that smell? It's your PC, dude.
Oh yeah. It's gonna reek like old mayonnaise, but I mean, as long as you have something to bridge that gap between that super smooth, your heat sink or whatever you're transferring the heat to, and like the top of that heat spreader or your die, like that's all you need. So, sorry. And then Saturday was the party, and that was a blast, and the tacos were awesome, and we played a bit on the sim, and that was it. That was more or less my week. So yeah,
Matt.
there we go. Now I
right.
need to know the story.
Right, I don't even think I got to tell you, did I?
Yeah, you know,
No,
you didn't
I
tell
didn't.
the story.
That's
last
why
week.
I'm like,
all right.
I'm
Yeah, no,
literally
he,
on the edge of my seat.
I figured out how I'm going to tell it without telling it exactly.
You told me and James because we were here.
Before the podcast.
Yep.
Yeah, and then Eddie came in late, so he didn't hear the story.
Ah!
All right. So, for reference, right? We're not gonna use my company name.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go what we call it, what I call it, Vorkuta, which is a
Of course you call it Vorkuta. Oh my god.
it's a labor camp in Siberia.
That was a specific level in Black Ops. In Call of Duty Black Ops.
But
Yep.
I actually didn't know that was a real place. That's actually a real place.
Oh,
It's one of
okay.
the most like brutal like labor camps in all the Soviet Union. It was called
all right,
Vorkuta.
okay.
Oh my god.
Right.
you've gotta be
I know
kidding
where
me
this
right
place
now.
is. I know what you're.
So we're gonna call it the Vorkuta Great Journey.
Okay.
Here by Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh,
No, we call it a camp because it almost kind of
resembles one.
very closely
yeah.
resembles.
I mean, it's surrounded by barbed wire.
It is. It is
Like-
surrounded by barbed wire.
Like a 7-foot fence and barbed wire all the way around.
And I'm
yeah.
convinced one day we're not going to be allowed to leave. But and we will refer to the protagonist in this story as Mr. Pink.
Mr. Pink.
Mr.
Okay.
Pink.
Mr. Pink.
All right. So Mr. Pink, it was a I don't know if there's like words to describe this guy.
Bald.
No, he was not bald. He was
Okay,
anything
okay.
but
Sorry.
bald. He was not bald.
Okay. Sorry, but that's a reference to another Vorkuta employee.
Why is it the first thing?
I have to know. Just cut. Sorry.
Well, look. Half of our friend group has served their time in Vorkuta, and some shit went down in that building. That's all you gotta know. Like, shit went down.
Oh, yeah.
Well, all right. So, Mr. Pink.
Mr. Pink.
I'm just gonna use the word to describe his views as just based, just straight based.
Straight based. Okay.
You would call based.
All right.
Not exactly what you would think. It's not like he's not like some extremist on one side or another. He's just crazy in a way. He's just like introduce chaos.
Oh, okay.
That is how I'll explain him.
All right. Okay.
And he would do some wild shit. So like me and my friends would like talk to him all the time, and like he would just say all this shit, and it would be like the greatest thing ever. But so yeah, over the past forever since he's worked there, we've all worked there, and it happens at probably like 98% of companies. So it's not like it's a rare thing. Just certain privilege and just stupid shit that goes on that you hate seeing, and it just pisses you off. You hate seeing people get the same or more money than you.
The favoritism
to do
playing
nothing,
into it.
like
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yep.
And so one day he decided, you know what? That's it. I'm not gonna, like normally you would turn in a 2 weeks notice, but
At Vorkuta.
he did something a little. I mean, you know what the thing is that this place doesn't even really care if you do that.
Yeah, here's my 2 weeks.
They really don't
I'm leaving
care.
the prison.
I'm
camp.
leaving the labor camp.
I'm living in the labor camp in 2 weeks.
I'm getting back on that train.
There's only one way out.
Yo, you got 2 weeks till I skewer the Iron Bird.
Yeah. And
Uniform pants are going to be a giveaway.
And so instead of giving a 2 weeks notice, there's this big giant like conveyor belt that runs down the whole building.
Yeah.
And in order to get over this conveyor belt, there's like steps, and there's like a big red button you push, and it turns the belt on. You can't, if you go on the belt while it's running, it's like an immediate termination.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Yeah.
do not do that. It's over.
Okay.
So in the middle of it, like, this is one of those things that was like, there was no like prior signs. There was no.
Oh no.
There was only two blessed individuals who got to actually witness this. And both of their days went from like either a bad or an average day to just pure bliss.
From like a 2 to an 8.
Oh, from like a 2 to like a 9.5.
Oh, dang. Okay. All right.
The only thing that finish out the 10 would be free food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It would have been him doing this and then bringing us a bunch of free food and then leaving.
That would have
But
been
anyway,
amazing.
that didn't happen. But
Yeah, sorry.
So there's this big conveyor belt. You hit the button, you cross over it. On the other side, you hit the other button and it turns it back on.
For reference, this conveyor belt's about 5 feet wide.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
geez,
like,
okay,
you gotta like walk across it. You can't just climb over it.
Gotcha.
You just gotta turn it off when you do it. And so Mr. Pink, he proceeds to leave what he's doing, go to the steps, does not hit the red button. This is like when you cross it, you're crossing it like not like parallel the other way.
Perpendicular.
So he turns parallel with the belt.
Oh, so he's like walking down a moving belt.
He's walking down a moving belt. He's walking like in the opposite direction, so he's just kind of walking in place.
He's walking the wrong way down like the people mover.
At the airport.
Right. He's walking down the up escalator.
He plays limbo with the little rails on the side that you're supposed to like hold on to that go like up over when you're crossing. He like limbos over it. And this is the best part. Throws up the devil horns. Continues walking along the belt. All the managers see it from afar and almost like scramble. So he gets off.
Oh, I can almost imagine the jowls on them flapping as they try to stop this man. We have to get him.
He gets off this belt, He waves to the managers, smiles, and just walks out. And that was his end.
That was his great journey.
That was his great journey.
Listen to yourself.
Oh yeah, you know, I forgot to actually describe exactly everything about the great journey itself.
Yeah.
That was just this mythical tale. Like 3 of us were playing through Halo at the same time, doing like the fucking like the hardest difficulty and all, like, beating it with all the skulls and just all that.
Yeah.
Whole thing.
With which of those Halo 2 is?
So we adapted that to our work environment, and we called it the Vorkuta Great Journey. This Vorkuta isn't based in Siberia. This Vorkuta is based in Memphis, Tennessee. And we would call it the Vatican City of Memphis, Tennessee. And that there was a sacred icon, a holy sacred icon, that was a book. That was a book of every single Vorkuta rule ever. That showed exactly all privilege that was allowed. Like, at one point there was a certain, there was literally 5 of us named Matt in the same area at work.
Yeah.
And I work in, the harder, area, whatever.
Yeah.
And then there were people
of Vorkuta.
Yeah, and then there was people with the other name that were, all had easier jobs. So, there is a spot in that book that shows people with these names shall work here, and these people with these names shall be privileged.
I see.
These people shall be able to get food on the clock for free and eat it in front of all of us. There is a rule. We know it's there.
These people have been blessed with this name, and therefore they shall work in the easiest section possible.
Yeah.
Where Vorkuta assembles pillows.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, all the mats will work in the mines.
Yeah, exactly.
They shall toil away.
So we always talked about a great, there being this book that we would have to one day find in the Vatican City of Memphis, Tennessee.
I think the best part about this is actually being in Memphis. Memphis is a fucking shit.
Yep. Yeah, I know. Yep. And I envision it to be this big golden book, like something you see like in The Mummy.
I'm thinking like the Krabby Patty secret formula.
Yeah.
Yep. No.
Plankton.
It's the big book from The Mummy, and the index is the thing that you put in and turn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I smell what you're
You have to
stepping
make
in.
it through the library, which is just the surrounding area of Memphis, Tennessee. If you can
Blasting through all other Vorkuta.
If you can make it through,
Employees.
employees in just Memphis, Tennessee in general. If you can venture through it and make it through alive,
If you can get the energy sword, you'll have an easier
you
time.
can get the index. You can make it to the sacred icon, and you can unlock the rule book of Vorkuta.
So who's Arbiter?
We played that game all the time. We were like, who's the arbiter? Who's Master Chief?
Yeah, who's the Mr. Chef?
Who are the grunts? Who's who's Jenkins?
All right, well, who's Jenkins?
Jenkins is dead.
Yeah, Jenkins is dead. He must be that bald guy.
No. You know what? Whose fault is everything in
Vorkuta?
In Vorkuta.
Whose fault is it?
No, whose fault is everything in Halo?
Okay, yeah. This one I have to think about. We have a running gag when we watch Starship Troopers, which we do on an annual basis. We make a big event out of it. That pretty much everything bad in that movie can be traced back to Carmen, played by who is that? One of Charlie Sheen's squeezes there. I don't know her name. I can't remember her name.
She was in a James Bond movie. She's hot as fuck.
Yeah. I honestly, her name in the movie is Carmen.
Yep.
And we have this running gag where basically every bad event that occurs in that movie that befalls Rico, Dizzy, and
That befalls anyone.
anybody, really the whole human race, can be traced back to Carmen's fault. And basically the whole thought that she's not worth it. She's not worth it. She should have died.
Yeah, Rico's all upset and shit. And it's like you just caused this whole thing.
Yeah.
And so yeah, is there a fault in Halo? Is there a one? You
I
can't
mean, if
blame
there's any, it's going to be
can you?
Cortana.
say-
Yeah, I think it's going to be Cortana's fault because if she didn't, or no,
No. It's technically the Prophets. Of the Covenant.
Oh, no, I was
Because
gonna
they
say
were trying to activate the rings.
That's true. We used to say
Well,
that
Because they thought it was going to be the Holy Journey.
Liars.
They didn't know what it was. They didn't know that it was
yeah,
a
but if
weapon
they
that
had
was going to
succeeded in
wipe out all
firing it,
organic
then
life.
everybody would have died and nobody would have been the wiser. Like we wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
I think it's Captain Keyes' fault because technically, if he didn't crash the Pillar of Autumn on that ring, humanity would not have known anything about Halo rings, and they would have just been fired. We'd all be dead. Everybody would be dead. The game would be over.
Yeah, but the Covenant already knew about the rings, and they had more than one ring.
Right. But the humans didn't know that.
Yeah,
The
but
humans would have had no idea.
the humans
It's
were the
basically
ones
like
that
the
released the
idea of
flood.
like, is the bug aware of the car speeding towards it that it will soon be splatted against its windshield? Like, probably not. It would just be dead.
Yeah, but if I'm
But okay. Regardless, we don't know
sorry.
who the Arbiter is. But
No.
what we can infer from this story is that if you played 2,
Who's the arbiter of our friend group?
I'm
Sorry,
not
sorry.
going there. I'm not
okay.
going there. What I'm saying is that if you played
Look, I'll be
2,
flat out straight. I'm the brute.
You're the brute.
if you follow the story of 2, the Arbiter doesn't really start to understand what's going on until he goes after the criminal guy and has like the boss battle
Correct.
and like the
Correct.
actual confrontation and conversation with him.
Yeah.
So that means I forget that criminal guy's name, the one who was like the former Arbiter, before Arbiter, the current Arbiter. Right?
I don't know if he was an arbiter, but I think the
I thought he was.
implication was that like he found Guilty Spark, and Guilty
Yeah.
Spark told him the truth about the Halo rings, and therefore he went traitor.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
basically,
I
the
don't remember
traitor-
his name, but yeah.
The traitor is Vorkuta's Journey guy. He found out the truth and he's like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
And then he walked.
Yep.
yeah,
and then he,
so that's what that was.
yeah.
So he's like, "Yeah, no, fuck this, I'm not going on the Great Journey."
You know who we called the monitor? We called him like the head of like maintenance for how the whole building works. He's the monitor.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, like realistically,
basically.
the monitor is like a custodian. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
He is Guilty Spark.
yeah. So that you know what? I'm gonna go ahead because we were playing this fun game of like asking stupid hypothetical questions. So last night, which would have been good to get on camera, but the question was like, which would you rather have? Would you rather have your thighs elongated by a foot or have your neck elongated by a foot? Either way, you'd become a foot taller, but in like this weirdly proportioned way. And I'm not necessarily convinced like one is superior to the other. I think both are miserable because if you extend your legs, like just think of like how much strain you're putting on your knees now. Those little bitty knees, because your knees don't change size.
Yeah, but I almost feel like if you're gonna extend your thighs, right, like that.
Yeah, like
you'd
just the upper
almost
part
have
of
to
your leg.
You'd almost have to have more like a digigrade leg structure.
No.
like that of a dog's rear legs.
Yeah. No, you're right,
Like, you'd have
but
to have,
you don't
like-
have that.
I
I'm
know.
saying you're a people, so you don't have like ostrich legs. You have people legs.
You know, this is what
And
I'm
you
saying.
still have normal sized feet. You don't have like giant like elephant pads for feet either. So like you just have to walk on like basically like stilts above your knees. But then like the neck one is equally horrible because like just imagine trying to swallow food. Like just like you it be like the reverse of like a bird regurgitating food for its young. Like you just have to just feel that for like an extra foot.
Extending your neck, you would probably look like the race of aliens in Star Wars that live on Camino, the cloning planet.
Oh yeah.
You would.
You probably
The
look like
blue
that.
ones.
Yeah, the other thing is like also imagine like riding a roller coaster. Is that like your neck would snap with like any application of G-force? Like it would literally just be like a twig in the breeze. Just
Well, how would you drive?
Yeah, driving would suck.
Yeah,
I literally
you'd have to
just
get a
think about
convertible. I mean, that's the only way.
You have to get a convertible or a sunroof.
You'd have to get a convertible and drive like no faster than like 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Or
because
you-
any more G-force than that, you would just break your neck.
You'd have to do a really extreme version of what they did for the GT40 in Le Mans and just like cut a hole,
Oh,
like a dome.
That's
Yeah.
actually
But
true.
instead
Like a
it's-
Pope mobile, but like only for your head.
Not even
Yeah.
like a dome, like a cupola.
Actually, you could just. I
cupola.
think actually you could probably just drive a tractor. I mean, you think about it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. I mean, those things have like a buttload of headroom. They move slow.
That's true, yeah,
And
they do.
you know, I mean, now you have even better visibility. I mean, think about how high you are off the ground, both in a tractor and with an extra foot-long neck.
Jesus,
Like,
that's true.
and again, it's not like it doesn't get like any advantages. Like, it's not like a giraffe neck or like a what is
Oh,
that
so you're saying you
dinosaur?
can't
Like a
swing my head
brontosaurus.
like a flail at somebody.
No, like it's still like just as frail as a human neck, just now much longer and therefore more vulnerable. So yeah, I'd love to hear your responses on that. But yeah, now here's my new one. Which one of us is the arbiter of the group?
I'm the brute, so
You're the brute. Which brute though? Are you like Tartarus? Like the king of the brutes?
yes.
Well, he's like the final boss of 2. He gets like, you have to like snipe him. Like you have to wait for Johnson to snipe his ass and then like stab him with a sword
Yeah.
or plug him with a shotgun.
Plug him with a shotgun.
Yeah. See, I don't know who would be who because it'd just be one of those where it'd be like, all right, well, who's who? Who's who? Because like the arbiter isn't like anyone like in charge or anything like that. Per
No,
se.
but he's the
one
coolest
that's
guy.
sacrificing himself.
Yeah, he's the coolest guy.
technically, yeah.
Yeah, he's who's the voice actor that plays him? It's the same guy in Volcano who goes
Yeah.
We're trying to move this. We're trying to protect the city, Pinhead.
We're trying to save the city, Pinhead!
Dude, when I heard that, I just immediately was like, you could have replaced Pinhead with Dickhead, and it would have just. And it was like such vitriol towards a guy who was trying to help.
Yeah. It's just these little things we notice in movies of like,
you
people
just
being
take that
dicks.
one moment and just like blow it so far. Like he was literally like delivering Jersey barriers to try to help stop this volcano,
Yeah,
and he
even his
didn't
whole,
bring enough.
his
and
whole
he's
company.
like, "We're trying to save the city, Pinhead." And it's like, dude, he's just trying to help. he's just like a DPW truck driver. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, you just woke
Because
up
the
his
guy who's
entire
got a
crew.
blockhead. Who are you calling Pinhead?
Trying to save the city, Pinhead!
I can't remember that actor's name. He's also like the president in Rick and Morty and stuff.
Yeah.
Wasn't he also in,
He was in
no, never mind.
He was in a lot of stuff.
He's been in a lot of stuff over the years.
Yeah. Oh,
He was in Armageddon.
I think Gargoyles too, wasn't he?
Probably.
I think he was like the lead guy with the mullet there. I don't know anything really about the Gargoyles. Like I watched it when I was a kid and that's it. So you're gonna actually look it up.
Jeremy's
Now.
gonna look it up now.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who would be who because like
I
it's
would
gonna-
be. I feel like I'm any of those protagonists, but like on legendary difficulty, where I get like die to the wimpiest thing, because I feel like disturbingly frail at points. So I'm just like, yeah, like a flood's running at me with a pistol and he shoots twice and kills me. Like that's basically me. Yeah. Like before I even am aware of what's happening, I have some dire health
You guys
consequences
talking about
dropped on
Keith
me.
David?
Yes.
Yep, that's
David.
it.
Yeah.
Ugh. I can't believe I couldn't think of that. It's a guy with 2 first names.
Yeah, I don't know. See, I don't know because like half the time I don't even know who I'd be because half the time I'm playing ringleader, and then like other times it's like no, I just want
So
to be
you're
the grunt.
Cortana.
Yeah, but half the time I just want to be the grunt who's just like getting blown up.
That's true. Yeah, everybody wants to be the fuel rod grunt.
Are you the grunt that's running with both the
Yeah,
grenades?
yeah, exactly.
Well, you're the grunt with the fuel rod gun first, and then when that fails, 2 grenades.
Yeah, 2 plasmas.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Just to get blown, just get shot and
Yeah.
confetti fly everywhere.
Yeah, I think the problem with that hypothetical is that like there's really only 2 protagonists to Halo, and there's like 4 to 5 of us,
Yeah,
depending
there's
on
more
whether
than
you
us.
count Alex or
Shit.
not. So yeah, that's a tricky one. No, that's. I was about to call Alex the Arbiter because he's like only in some of the games.
No.
Because he's had like the most absences. But that's like, that's kind of like a really arbitrary definition. Plus, I've had my fair share of absences as well. So
Yeah.
no shade,
It's all
Alex.
good.
Don't hurt me. Yeah. So which would you rather have, a foot long neck or a foot long thighs?
Well, okay. Well,
Foot
how
long
about-
extra thighs.
How about we go to the second question that we had last night?
Sorry.
Would you rather have your lower legs blown off so you have to have your feet
yeah,
on your
so
knees?
The Cotton Hill Conundrum.
Yeah. Or would you rather have
So-
your hands where your elbows are?
Yeah.
So you got so you can either be Cotton Hill or you got T-Rex arms.
Yeah. So this is your dilemma. You either have your feet, like your shins are blown off, so your feet are attached to your kneecaps, or your forearms are blown off, so your hands are attached to your elbows. Which do you prefer?
I'd rather have the shins blown off.
See, being a tall person, like, Well, I don't know.
You
That
wouldn't be
could
able to do anything with your arms like this.
it'd look really funny. You'd be like a human dodo.
At least if you had like,
I mean,
And they're
you
extinct,
can still
Daddy.
get your hands
Yeah,
close out
but-
and play with a controller.
But think about how funny they are.
Like you can still use a controller. You just be like this. Like
That's true. Yeah,
Play
you'd have to.
games.
You'd have to.
food would be a little bit weird. Like
yeah,
Food
eating.
would be weird. You'd kind of have to like bring your mouth to the food.
well, no, you'd probably just be using utensils the whole time.
really long
Use-
utensils.
yeah, you get that extra like inch or so. Good luck eating a hamburger. That's pretty much done.
Oh, that okay? Yeah, you know what? That's not a life worth living. I choose the legs.
Yeah, the legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Definitely
was
the
about to
legs.
say.
I
I'll
would
take my
actually like go further. I would be like, yeah, if you cut them off at the thighs and just put my little feet on
You know
like
what
my
you could
pelvis.
do? You could almost get away with the whole. Like it would suck having to like walk on your like your feet being located on your
kneecaps, yeah.
kneecaps. But like, think about it. You could like get really baggy like shorts, and you could be like the ultimate like gangster.
That's true, actually. Like you, yeah, you could wear like capri pants and they look normal on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Just take me halfway up the thighs. I'll walk on my fists, thank you.
Oh dang!
You're
You
just
go
gorilla.
full gorilla. Okay. Actually, that would be kind of cool. Yeah, you'd have that. Boy, you scared Bowser. You'd have like that stance, that power stance.
Exactly.
That is a power move right there.
Bowser.
Just have a guy approaching you like a gorilla.
Now
Not me.
imagine me running like that.
Yeah, oh, that's horrifying.
Oh, that'd be terrifying.
Gorillas run like maniacs. If
Yeah.
you've ever seen it, like they run like sideways, because like their whole thing is like eye contact is like they will kill you for it. So it's like even when they're fighting, they're like trying not to make eye contact. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this. I just find it hilarious. So
I'm
like
too busy thinking about how I can do it. Like I can do the gorilla run sideways.
Yeah, you gotta
I
go
do it at
slightly
kickboxing.
sideways.
They make us do it at kickboxing. So like here I am, like I gotta run across the mat and back. Like
Yeah,
boxing
yeah.
gloves
Drag your
on and
knuckles
everything.
along the floor.
yeah, but like their legs are also like super short
Yep.
relative to like their body proportions. So it's like it's very strange.
Yeah, because you're more walking with your arms and you're hopping with your legs.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how you get your momentum up.
Here's one for you. All right, so going back to the foot-long extension, what would you rather have? A extra foot in your spine, so you're like a really long torso, or would you rather have it in your forearms? So you're like your elbows are normal, but now your arms go like crazy far out,
So
and like the bones like normal density. So it's like if you extend your arms too far out, it kind of feels like the weight of your hand is pulling your arm down.
so you're saying either look like some weird ass
You like a Slender Man arms, or just like
Or
a
look like
really
Slender
long
Man?
torso?
Because if that's the case, I will go buy a suit, wear white cover mask, and I will walk around like Slender Man
Oh man,
Long
people be
torso.
terrified.
every Halloween.
Long torso.
Yeah, because then you can get like a 12-pack. Like
Yeah, but think about like how much energy you'd have to expend to do like a sit up, because it's like
It would
now
suck.
you're that much longer. Although to be fair, I don't know.
Yo, but
You'd
that
have to
12
like
pack, though.
fold farther. Like you would basically be able to fold yourself like over yourself.
Yo, but 12-pack.
maybe
12
maybe
pack,
it'd be
you're
like
right.
a 16-pack.
That's true. You could get a whole rack. Like you need a whole 30 rack.
Whole
I mean, a
30 rack
foot.
of
Like
abs.
think about that. Like that's like a lot. Like for your average person, that's like a fifth of their height. Like you just
30
add
Yeah.
it on to them.
abs.
Like that's
Yeah.
that's scary.
It's a lot.
I feel like you'd be like the Yao Ming thing though. Like your spine would just be like so brittle.
You'd be like a snake or some shit.
I'll do the arms so that way I could dress as Slender Man every Halloween.
I wouldn't want to. I would just think of like, imagine trying to reach up somewhere and the thing is, it feels so heavy because now it's like so much farther away. So it's like, like I already have like,
useful.
I already like sometimes feel kind of stupidly weak, but that would just make me feel so much worse. Like it'd be cool being able to reach stuff. And I guess like maybe if you had like another elbow, then you could be like, oh, I basically have like a human Canada arm. Like this is cool. Or Canada arm. Is it?
I mean, the big thing is too is like, as long as you're not like breaking your arm or anything like that, you'd have like stupendous reach in a fight.
True. Yeah, but in
Like
a fight,
in
though,
a fight though, like as long as you're not losing it, like Dude, you could win so many fights just because of the reach you have.
I'm just thinking of how brittle your bones would be, though. Like, you
That's
know,
why I
like
said if
some
you
people
can.
who punch like really hard and they
You'd
like
have to
break their
build it up.
knuckles.
You'd have to work
Like
it out.
your hand would just like break like all the way up to here. Like, oh.
Yeah, but that reach though.
I guess you just have to hit the guy once. But like, damn.
Yeah, but you're talking like at that point to extend your arm, like that motherfucker now has to cover an extra foot of space between you
That's
and
true.
him to even just swing.
You would be like the ultimate like gun wielder, I think. Because like, if anybody even like comes near you, you could actually like extend your arm to block them and then shoot them. Like they are that far away now.
Yeah.
Like that's
You can do it like what you do with like little kids, where you just hold their head on their hand, like
whoa,
hand on their head.
whoa, wait
No,
a
no,
minute,
no,
wait
no.
a minute. Whoa, okay, I don't know what he's applying. That's really bad. No.
No. All right, remember Joey? Joey would want to fight when he was 5, right?
Yeah.
And you could just like hold him off. Like you just hold him off, and he'd just be swinging at you.
I know.
Like he'd just be swinging at
Oh.
you. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
I
you
know.
could just do that to motherfuckers.
No.
And you're taking this the way wrong way, bro.
The unfortunate way that was brought up, like, yeah, with kids. Oh, dude, I'm getting the fat guy wheezing laugh. Oh, no. Oh, that is equally on par with thank you for your service. That is.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, I applaud you.
Yo, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I do now, but when you dropped that, I was like, did he just say what I think he
He
said?
went the wrong way with that. Oh my god. But no. Think about it. Like, if Matt wants to start a fight with you, you're now able to just like hold Matt back.
Yeah,
like,
you're right. You're absolutely.
Like, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Like, that's just it. Like, you're
An
done.
extra foot out would be like here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like that much
Matt
extra
be
room.
backwards, like, ah! It's still not gonna come near you.
I'm sorry, I'm crying now. That's
Further would that
amazing.
be? Yeah,
Uh,
your hand would like start here, so your forearm would be like from
Yeah.
the elbow. Yeah,
yeah.
They've been. You look like really creepy.
Yeah, you would.
Again, that is like the Slender Man.
really
Like,
fucked
Yeah,
up.
I could be Slender Man.
I think
every
you'd be
Halloween.
like the ultimate
It'd
like.
be like that.
And I will stand
Postman.
outside your window, Eddie, and scare the shit out of you.
You would get fucking blasted in the face. I couldn't. Oh, that'd be creepy as shit. Don't
I
do
mean,
that to me.
at that point, you might be able to like
Thank you,
reach
Beth.
someone's like window on the second floor and just see like the hand. Just bang
No,
on the
that's
window.
true. Yeah,
That'd be
I'm here.
terrifying.
Oh.
That'd be terrifying.
You could also like hide like a buttload of stuff out of literally everybody else's reach.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
Grocery store, top shelf. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, dude, cookies. Yeah, you don't have to worry about people
Yeah,
sniping
no
those.
one's getting my cookies.
Yeah, dude, you could hide stuff like in your drop ceiling.
Yeah.
like just real easy. Just be like, like it's awesome. Like you basically have like a whole other shelf. Like it's the size of your house.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Sorry, that was that was like a total intelligence failure. But,
Well, let's wrap this up then.
all right.
So,
So what's everybody up to this week? What are they
Editing.
looking forward to? I should say.
editing. I hate the fact that I have to go back to work, but
Yeah, that must suck.
Oh, I have something kind of cool coming up.
Go on.
So in 2 weeks, so we're gonna have to probably we're gonna have to like record on a Sunday, or you guys will have to do it without me. But I'm going to Motley Crue.
Oh, there you go.
dude. Badass.
that'll be rad.
Pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah. Let me know how that goes. That sounds awesome.
Hell yeah. You want to hear something weird?
Go on.
This is not gonna turn into anything big, but it's just gonna. This is gonna be This is gonna be weird.
Okay.
Guess who is touring next year?
I don't know who.
Pantera.
What?
What?
Oh yeah, my coworker was telling me about this.
No.
It's really.
Isn't it the lead singer and the bassist?
It's Phil, the singer, and Rex, the bassist.
And then they're
having Zach Wilde do
Yeah.
guitar.
Okay.
And they're having Charlie from Anthrax do drums because they were all like friends with them, like really good friends of them.
I mean,
It's
not Pantera, but with like those two filling in, like
That-
they
that-
can definitely cover the
I can
bases.
at least trust Zach Wild to probably do most of Dimebag Darrell's solos.
Yeah,
so-
I mean,
Yeah.
If you're gonna entrust that kind of guitar playing to anybody, Zach Wilde's the guy.
that's
Yeah.
the idea itself. I think is awesome.
I think they shouldn't call it Pantera.
I don't know what exactly they're doing with it. They're not. When Phil did it with his solo band, they called it Vulgar Display of Pantera because he did like Pantera songs. So I think if they do something like that, it's like
that'd be fine.
It's like the perfect thing.
Yeah. It's like Zappa plays Zappa. You know, like you're not.
Yeah.
You know.
But so that's another show that's next year. That's going to be like.
If you get tickets for that, let me know because I will actually go to that just out of like curiosity alone.
Yeah. Well,
that sounds like that would actually be a pretty enjoyable.
Plus,
one
I
to
mean,
do.
Phil's awesome to see, and I've seen Zach Wild before as well, and it's awesome. So
yeah, it will definitely be fun. That's for sure.
Actually, really, the only one of that group I think unless who is it? Rex the bass player?
I don't think you've seen.
Yeah,
him.
I was gonna say I don't think I've ever seen an act that he's in now. So
you've seen Anthrax, right?
Oh, is he in Anthrax?
No,
yeah, I've seen Anthrax. We saw them at Mayhem.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Sorry, tangent. Okay.
Yeah, it's just weird saying, "Oh yeah, so we're gonna go see Pantera next year." Like what? What?
Yeah, who would have thought in the year 2020 whatever 2020X, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, Pantera's back." That is odd.
They've already said it's not like a new music thing. None of that is happening. It's just like
they're just gonna do
a tour, like a celebration type thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully they play Tense. That's my most favorite song from them.
Yes. But yeah, so 2 weeks I'm going to see Motley Crue. This week gotta move my room around, my computer and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Work on the car some more.
Like I said, let me know when you're doing that, and then while you're moving stuff, I'll tear that thing down, clean it out, and see if I can straighten out my wiring.
Fuck yeah. I don't think it was too bad in there, was it?
I don't think so. I mean, that case was huge. It's basically like a mini fridge. So,
yeah.
Like, it is stupidly tall. Like, like there's so much space to put stuff. So, I think I was able to hide most of it.
I'll never forget the box it came in.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was huge. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's all good. Anything else?
Yeah, Jeremy, you up to anything?
Mainly just gonna start getting stuff ready for the computer.
Yeah. Right.
SummerSlam is Saturday, so
Ooh.
Car looks meh, but I'll give it a shot.
That's one where it's like I don't really care, but like all my friends seem to watch it, so they always throw like some kind of shindig, and I'm like, yeah.
The main event is Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar in a last man standing match. So
isn't it always Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar? That much I know.
Unfortunately, because of wrestling went through hell with injuries.
Yeah.
So like on every promotional front. Like Cody with his arm injury. I don't know if I showed you guys that.
Yeah, we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
but
that's brutal.
yeah, unfortunately, I think Randy was supposed to actually be the one to face Roman at SummerSlam. Randy Orton.
I see.
But unfortunately, he suffered an injury, and they don't know when he'll be back. Might actually be out till next year, which kind of sucks.
Dang, that does stink.
But other than that, really nothing coming up as far as I know.
Yeah, just getting everything going.
Yep.
Yeah. Same here, mostly. I'm just going to be trying to stay cool through the summer heat and play around more with Alex's old computer. I've been messing around with that and get that Vampire Survivors game. And
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, $3.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I'm finished working on Yakuza. I still haven't finished Yakuza 7, but like, I'm getting there.
Yep.
I'm gonna play some more Vampire Survivors. I'm gonna try and drop a couple videos this week. Like, I've just been so busy.
Yeah.
Like, you think, oh well, you have 5 days off. You're gonna edit like 30 videos and get them all up, even though they're just Let's Play videos. Nope. I literally spent out of my 5 days, I did like 3 solid 10-hour days nonstop.
Yeah.
And then,
I feel like that's like kind of the thing. Like when you have work, you kind of like schedule it so it's like work's what matters. When you're out, it's like kind of whatever you feel like doing. But it's like when you have the day off, it's like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this.
Yep.
So like you wind up stacking this huge day.
Yeah,
it's like,
no, that's literally what happened. And like today, like my first day off, like I had to do shit with the dog, take him to the vet and everything, and then everything else has been prep and working on parties. But that's how it always is this time of year. And then like at this point, like today is just kind of like I'm not doing a goddamn thing. Played some Vampire Survivors this morning. Probably play some Yakuza later. And then I'm on the fence. I might buy Live Alive on Switch.
What is
It's
that?
it's a remake of like a remake remaster of an old like Super Nintendo game,
Oh,
like RPG.
Yeah.
Basically, you play through like a bunch of different time periods as different characters, and they all come together. Blah blah blah. Do this whole thing. But like the thing is, not only is it turn-based combat, it's kind of like a weird spin on like a tactical RPG where it's all on a grid.
oh, okay.
Not like Fire Emblem. It looks like it, but it's a little bit different. That's kind of one of those where it's like, that looks interesting, but like turn-based combat kind of turns me off only because like half the time I feel like, all right, this ain't going anywhere fast enough for me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's the one thing I appreciate that when they re-released like the Final Fantasy games onto the Switch.
Fast forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You click in one of the thumbsticks and it does like a 3 times boost
Yeah.
Oh.
on the speed. So going through like grinding levels, like I think I leveled up Squall because I've been doing 8. I went from 7 to 20 in like
10, 15 minutes.
like
yeah.
less than 30 minutes.
That's awesome.
It's like
Yeah.
just because you can grind
Yeah.
real quickly, it's perfect.
That's the one thing too is like I wish like all these older games and even like some games like Yakuza, like, all right, that's cool. I'm like grinding the level up characters. I really wish I could just hit a button and it would just like autoplay out the fight. Because
Yeah.
like I know I'm strong enough to win the fight with no
That's just called
questions asked.
hitting the A button repeatedly.
Oh yeah, but like it just takes time where you have to like stop, watch the anime. Yeah, but anyways,
Sorry.
other than that, yeah. So just that stuff coming up. Maybe we'll get some videos out. I'm gonna try and get some videos out. I've just got do all this stuff. And
It's all good, man. You're the hardest working man on the couch.
on the couch.
Sorry, Jeremy.
It's all good. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty much it. And now I gotta edit this, and I'm gonna go back to video games and nothing. So
Fair enough.
Video games and nothing.
Yeah. all
I'm gonna
right.
work on
Peace
my
out,
car.
suburbanites.
Yes.
See you all later. Goodbye.
Nah.